Okay, hi everyone. Sorry for the rough start. This is still mobile, so there's always some adjusting to do. So today this is what I'm going to be coloring. This is the third drawing I did for Mermay. If there's any problems, like you can't see well or the sound's bad, just let me know. I'll try to adjust. And actually, before we get started, I'm going to indulge myself. If nobody else, the replay users can watch this part. I went to an event recently. I went to Dojima, which is an event in Singapore, where it's kind of like a big artist alley, if anyone's familiar with US places. So I thought I'd do a little haul since it's been a few days of the stuff that I bought. So the first thing I got was this cute basket, because I'm obsessed with cute baskets, which is a little Maleficent. She's my favorite villain, actually. She's so cute. Look at her. It was on sale. It was on sale. Normally I wouldn't buy these because they're really expensive, but the mini was on sale, so I got this. I got one for my sister too. And the other stuff I got was, they had a booth from Pentel. So I went through the booth not expecting to buy anything, and I found these two things. I'm a total sucker because this pen was advertised as it doesn't break. Actually, pencil, sorry. It doesn't break, so I was like, that's interesting. And they had a purple color one, so I went ahead and got it. And then they had, I think this is the same as the Pentel Pocket Brush pens. And it's also kind of like a purplish color. So I indulged and I got that, even though I know I kind of don't do well with brush pens. And they gave you this case for free with it, which is nice. And then, well, afterwards I went and bought some Copic things at Art Friend, which is unrelated, except it was from that day. The other day, my brown was dry, so I had to go pick this up. I remember I opened the one Copic on stream and it had crystals in it, so I got a refill, see if I can fix that. And these are the art goodies that I got from random artists that were there. That'd be fun to show them off. I think the first booth I went to, I got this print, which is very cute. And this keychain, which I thought was really, really cute. Little Ariel keychain. And I don't remember which business card it was for that. I think it's this one. This is the business card for that one. I then found these bookmarks from an artist that I thought were really pretty. So I went ahead and got those. I picked up a few business cards, but I don't remember if I bought anything from these two. This is the one with the bookmarks though, if anyone's curious. And then on the way out, these are just flyers. I got the Inktober 2017 book by Artgerm, because he was there as well. Like, I just really like these illustrations. I thought they were really pretty. I actually only started following this guy recently, but I know he's extremely famous. So yeah. Wait, is he actually from Singapore? Oh, born in Hong Kong. Okay. So yeah, that was my little haul from Dojima. That was a really fun day. Move this stuff out of the way. And now we'll get started on the artwork. Just getting adjusted first. It's a quiet chat day. So for this drawing, I think I'm gonna go with grays and purples and a little bit of pink. This time I actually took some time to decide the colors first. Let me zoom in first. This camera angle's a little too wide. bit better. I don't like having my backup case and camera just a little weird. So yeah, these are the colors I picked so far. And a few pinks up here. I haven't fully decided exactly what colors, but I picked them in advance so that it wouldn't be as boring to just watch me swatch colors. Just kind of deciding what colors to use first. Let me check and make sure my monitoring camera is working properly. Okay. Just trying to decide what light colors I want to use, what dark colors I want to use. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. Leave a comment. Join the chat. Hi, Cookie. Did you just join? I was just showing everybody what I got at Dojima. Since it's the first time I've been streaming since then. How are you tonight? I want to put a little bit of pink in her skin so it looks more human before I branch out to like grays. I'm doing good tonight. I feel like I've been getting sick ever since Saturday though. Like my voice sounds kind of funny. I hope I didn't pick up anything just walking around Dojima. And it has been hot where we live. hoping to get more mermaids going. Feel kind of bad. I only just posted the finished version of Mermaid Day 1 on Instagram today. So if anybody wants to see that, go and check out my Instagram. I also posted on Twitter and Facebook. And tomorrow I'll be posting up the Day 2 finished one. Hopefully this one we can just finish tonight, so it won't drag. That's the goal. Yeah, my husband was saying it's like starting to be the summer here. Last night our aircon couldn't take it. It's funny, I've only been living here for about 5 years, but I complain about 1 degree change now. If it's slightly too hot, I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. But my family back in the US has no sympathy for that. They're just like, oh yeah, it's so much hotter, so much colder here. Yeah, I finally decided on the colors before the live stream. Yay me. This one was a little bit easier though, because I had a picture in my head when I drew it. This one was actually my favorite that I had drawn before starting the colors. Yeah, that's what other people have said to me too. They're like, yeah, it's really hot for us too. I just had this expectation I would get used to it. Maybe it's because my husband said he got used to the cold just from being in winter once when he went back to my hometown. Living up to his expectations. Well, not his standards. Are you gelling tonight, Cookie? Sketching's always good. By the way, do you stream, Cookie? Yeah, do you stream? I'm just curious. It's a quiet night today. It's just me and you talking. Oh no. I spent the whole day trying to figure out how to try to improve the stream in a different way with like OBS and everything. It was not working. I kind of got frustrated. I was actually hoping to stream a bit earlier to see what it was like to stream during the day in Singapore. See if I can catch some of the Western world. Like, you know, the American East Coast, West Coast in their evening. But it just was not working. No matter what I did. I think I kind of give up. The quality from just mobile streaming is so much better somehow. I'm being kind of delicate with the colors because I don't want to go too pink since all the rest are going to be like darker purples and stuff. I know what you mean. Yeah. I sometimes need to take long breaks too. Yeah. I was complaining on Instagram. I'm kind of notorious for just like getting up and like playing a game or something. But I feel like streaming kind of forces me to keep going. Okay, which ones did I use? Just these two, I think. Yeah. The only problem with mobile is that I have to attach it to the crane that holds it and then press go live. So there's always like a really iffy opening and ending to my stream. So it's a little funny. That's why every time I stream there's like a weird like shaking and rattling if you watch the replay. Sorry, replay people. I think I might do a gradient with her tentacles. Go lighter and then darker. That might be kind of interesting. But I also want this area to be like pinkish. Something about how to go for that look properly. Hi Brittany, how are you? Yeah, I'm thinking like just go with this lighter color and then like fade the pink there and then like go darker with the rest of it. See how that works. I'll do like a test here. Not sure how light to go with these. I guess lighter the better because I can always go back or deep. It can go more pink, but I can't take away the pink. Right? Right. There's logic to that. Hey. I'm not sure if I'm loving it, so I better add more color, then I'll see how it truly goes. There was a panic moment just now, so I was wondering if I had the right color. Oh, hello. That was my cat. I don't know if it picks up. Hold on, guys. Abby, can you feed her? Alright, sorry, I had to ask my husband to feed the cat. Both the trays are dirty. Sorry. I kind of forgotten the excitement of the stream. We usually feed her dinner around now. Okay, go a little darker. I made a mistake already. I just realized I wanted to go lighter and darker down. But I guess I could still go with an even darker color down here. Should be fine. Now I'm feeling bad. Next time I'll try to remember to feed the cat before I do the live stream. Yeah, I kind of like it so far. Hopefully it stays that way. It's always nerve-wracking. It's even more so when there's a live stream watching you mess up. Just do all over color. It's easier. I think day 4's mermaid is going to be even easier because it's one of those ones you can pretty much use any color for. So that's good. I was only super over ambitious on the first 2 days. I was also thinking about doing the, oh, thank you, Brittany. I was also thinking about doing the Copic colors gelling soon. I'm not sure if I should do a mermaid or something different for that. I actually don't have any inspiration yet with those colors, but it'll come to me. I don't want the edge where the grayish color starts to be so straight like I've done here. So I'm just putting some stippling in first to make it a little bit more varied. One more tentacle to go for the flat base color. If anyone has any questions, just let me know. Or if anybody's drawing, let me know. That'd be cool to know. Draw along with me. And if you are drawing along with me, make sure you hashtag your drawing in Instagram so I can see it. Or not hashtag. Just like tag me in Instagram so I can see it. Those are the words. How did I come up with the design? Actually, with this kind of thing, I just started sketching this area. I wanted to do a cute pose, something kind of dynamic for a regular mermaid. But then I couldn't figure out how to get her tail in the image correctly. So I just started looking up different fishes to see if I could get some inspiration for a tail that would fit in frame, honestly. And I saw an octopus, and I also saw a, I forget what it was. You know, one of those animals that are similar to octopus. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do that, and I could do even more frilly kind of movements. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, it came together like that, pretty much. For the hair, that was actually inspired on no, I think it's an octopus, right? I forget which animal I was looking at, but the, now I'm gonna feel stupid if I don't look it up. The animal had like a bulbous head, so I kind of want to show that in the design of her hair to make it more interesting. And now I'm literally Googling. I know there's another animal that's similar with the legs. Of course, the internet's really slow as soon as I want to Google something. But yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Just a lot of the things that I draw just kind of starts out one way, and then I just started to make it work. Yeah, it's an octopus. Yeah, because you see like the head, hopefully this isn't frame, is kind of like this shape. So I wanted to do that similar kind of shape for her hair, just to tie it all together and then give her the tentacles. Actually, when I drew this one, I thought to myself, maybe I should just go back and restart the series by doing like fish related ones and do like kind of a prompt like this, draw from this fish, draw from that fish or whatever. But I wasn't sure, and I was already kind of art block, so I was like, nah, never mind. Maybe another mermaid I'll be more organized like that. So I'm pretty much using the same colors as her skin for this area, and then just going a little pinker. I should make my own hashtag. I did that before for the Christmas challenge, but it didn't go over so well. Well, maybe it's because it just wasn't as interesting, the challenge. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I almost feel like this is, the lines are smudging a tiny bit, which is really annoying. I don't see anything coming off my marker, so maybe it's just my imagination. This gradient is actually growing on me, but I might have to extend it up here so it looks a little bit nicer. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it sounds like there's two dogs having a little war downstairs. Okay, that one's done. Give me a sec. Hopefully that wasn't noticeable or loud. I just had to blow my nose. Because allergies. So the color I just used was R quadruple 0, and this one is R double 0. So they have an R triple 0. Do I just not own that one? I'm curious. I think they must if they have a quad 0. Yeah, they do. I just don't have it. You know, it's funny. Earlier when I was looking them up, I realized I never colored in BV 000, but I have it. But it also makes me wonder if I did color it in and it faded. I'd hope not. But I saw like somebody linked me to a blog where they were talking about the BVs changing color and fading really quickly, and it's made me kind of paranoid ever since. Which sucks because the BVs are some of my favorites. Probably do my own test to know for sure. Sometimes I prefer to be ignorant when it comes to Copics though. The best way to keep out of art block is to do different stuff that you like to do. That's what I've had to do. Yeah. I get kind of trapped though. I don't know. It's just sometimes for me I have to push myself out of it sometimes. But that's just me, like, because I know that about myself. Somehow my BV000 looks dark. You know, it is pretty dark for a 000 color. Is it the same as mine does? Like all the others seem lighter. Well, I guess they're similar. At least it's lighter than BV00. But the BV00 looks pretty pinkish, which is kind of weird. And I'm kind of curious. Do I have that one out? Maybe what that website said is kind of true, because this is more purple than this, which has been on here for a while. Or pink. Yeah, this is more purple than this. I heard that they go pink, which is kind of annoying. Maybe. Ugh, it's so annoying if it's true. I like that they're purple. I don't want them to fade to pink. Well, we've learned something new. If you use BV, you better scan it right away. I don't know how long that marker has been on my chart though. Because like some of these I started filling out like 2+ years ago. Maybe longer? No, I think I made a new one about 2+ years ago. So what is everyone's favorite music to listen to? I'm listening to music like I did the last live stream to kind of keep me calm, but I listen to some really moody music to like stay kind of chill and sometimes I listen to it just to get in a moody mood, so I draw moody drawings, if you know what I mean. Although sometimes I like to listen to like pop, but I mostly listen to rock. Yeah, the moodier the better sometimes. Oh, game music. What games? Oh, I think I played Final Fantasy once when I was younger, and my brother had a few like, I don't know if they were Final Fantasy like 3 or 5, something like that. And I remember seeing people play Fantasy 7, but I never actually played it myself. I've heard the art and the music is really nice for that. Kind of out of the loop when it comes to video games. I never really played them as a kid because we couldn't afford anything like console. And nowadays I just can't. I don't know. I don't have the patience for them. I like short games. The ones where you mash your fingers till your fingers hurt. Like fighting games. Did I do the in-between color? No, I didn't. Maybe I don't need the in-between color. It's kind of working. Pokemon too. I never got into the games, but I play Pokemon Go sometimes. Does that count? Does anybody else play Pokemon Go still. Like, I don't really actively go out, but like, this last Saturday I opened it a few times while I was at, not really Dojima, but later on the day we went to Raffles and I opened it up then. Yeah, the GPS. There are times that I'm sitting in between two and they just don't want to recognize it. It's so annoying. When it first came out, my husband used to play with me, but now he's like not interested. In a way, all of this is going to be pointless because it's all going to be covered up by the dark gray, but it's still good to layer it. Get the foundation down first. I really like Dojima though. It was really neat to see what it's like here compared to the US. Even my husband hasn't been to one before, so we were like talking about things we noticed that were like different from the US compared to here, and things that were good and things that were bad, that kind of thing. But I did suspect that the art quality would be better here and that I couldn't compete, and I still feel that way after seeing it. I feel like everyone's art is like so much better than mine. And it was all very anime. The tables that had a lot of people around it were very anime. But I also felt super old because I didn't recognize like any of the anime. Like, oh no. I was kind of hoping to see more like Sailor Moon stuff, but I didn't. I'm sure I didn't see the whole thing, even though I tried. But I only saw one place that had something Sailor Moon, and it was like these acrylic standees, which were really neat, but I don't really have any place for that, so I didn't get any. But that place was so crowded, I was amazed. Like, I feel like it had the same kind of crowd you would see at an anime convention like Otakon in America, but much smaller space, which is kind of crazy. Hi, Jean. It was really neat though. I'd definitely go again next year. It's nice to walk around. It also makes me think I should go to other events here too. Don't be so scared. There were? Honestly, I can't tell. It's so bad. I can't tell. I did wonder. Although everyone I only saw for like a split second. Yeah, there was a lot of people that were super good. It's just like, oh god. I can't compete with this. Especially the tables towards the front. I was also taking note, like, it seemed like everybody was selling acrylic charms. which I thought was kind of crazy. Yeah. I followed a few, but like I said before, I couldn't find any of them. But yeah, I guess they are in, I guess some of them might be Malaysians, but maybe they were all Indonesians. It must be kind of cheap to go from there and here. They're willing to come here for an event like that. Yeah, that's what I was surprised at. Like, I don't see many people that I follow online selling acrylic charms. So I was kind of shocked at how popular they were. It seemed like almost every table had acrylic charms. It seems like the artists I follow online are more into like those metal pins. Especially the American artists. I only saw one of those at the convention. I've noticed so many acrylic charms by artists I follow. Yeah. That's weird. I just never noticed them that much. I think boothing here is quite different from like America. But I wonder how different it is because it seems really similar. Like, I don't know, it looked kind of similar. One of the biggest differences was just like the organization just didn't make enough space between the tables. So there kept being a huge pileup between the tables that have smaller space in between them. And it got to a point where it's like, I don't even want to go down there. Like, I'm just going to get stuck again. It looked like the artists were pretty squished behind their tables. The American conventions usually have bigger spaces. But I don't know how you know, signing up and like arriving and unpacking is here. But it looked kind of similar. I was kind of surprised. I don't know. I expected something totally different. Okay, this is the base color. Then this color. And then this color. That's what we're looking at. Oh, the booths were expensive. I was wondering because the event's like free, so they have to be getting the money from the tables, I would assume. And you know, space in Singapore is expensive. I'm gonna assume the booths are quite expensive too, since rent in general is expensive here. I did see quite a few people like halving the table. Like one half was one artist, one half is the other. I feel like you probably see that a little bit less in America, but you definitely see that too. Very expensive. Does anybody know how much? Because I'm kind of curious. And I kind of was wondering if there was a price difference between the beginning, like the, you know, first few table layers and the back, because I noticed if anybody was like less talented, they were usually towards the back, and I was wondering if that was like on purpose or what. Because that was something I don't see in America. I feel like there was an actual degrade of attention or something. 300 for the squish. Oh my god. No, that is insane. That is insane. Wow. Wow, that's like dealer room prices. Well, I think Otakon might have been more expensive than that for dealer room, but wow, it is much cheaper in America, that's for sure. At least it was last time when I tabled, but it has been a while. still feel like I'm slightly burnt out from tabling last time on the whole thing. I like went really hard last year that I tabled anywhere. I went to quite a lot of conventions, and like there was a lot of like, how do I say nicely? There was a lot of like catty artists that I encountered that just kind of ruined it for me. So I'd be super careful about going back into it again. I'm trying to remember, but I think in California you need to apply and hope you get picked. Price-wise, not really sure. Yeah, like a lot of the conventions these days seem to be all lottery, so you just apply and hope you get in, which sucks because last time when I was actually doing conventions, it was still like first come first serve, so you just have to click really quickly and fill things in super fast, which is stressful on its own. Oh, catty means like how do I say that? When people are kind of like talking behind their backs and being kind of a little bit evil to each other, that kind of thing. Yeah. Oop, wrong one. Yeah. Somehow I somehow made like enemies when I wasn't wanting to make any enemies at all. Yeah, the prices definitely tend to vary by convention, but I've never done an artist only table that was $300. That's crazy. The closest was the Otakon prices, and I think the Anime Boston prices are pretty expensive, but never that expensive. Yeah, catty artists tend to ruin the experience. Yeah, they did for me. I kind of feel like I was innocent going into it. Like, I just thought other artists would be, like, so fun to make friends and stuff, but it didn't seem like some others were, like, there were some very fake people in the artist alley thing. Very fake people. I actually literally saw this one girl who I already kind of disliked, but kind of based on my feeling. And I watched her at one convention go up to one of her competitors who was selling the same kind of things she does, and just like the things she was saying was so backhanded. Like, she was backhanded threatening them, and I was just like, wow, now I see your true colors. Yeah, I also thought so. I also thought it was like kind of like, ew. I mean, like, you don't even need to go talk to them. Just leave them be. Do your thing. Let them be and do their thing. It's kind of weird. I was never the type to go to anybody else. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that that just made it kind of, ugh. I kind of hope when I do go back to it, I can go back into it with like fresh eyes and feel like I did when I first started. Like, want to make friends with everybody. Like, be like, hey, we both do art. Let's hang out. That kind of thing. Although I'm way too shy, by the way, to actually go up to somebody and say that. Like, no. Yeah. I'd probably, if I ever said that out loud, I would probably be dying inside. Be like, somebody kill me. I'm dead. Die of embarrassment. Actually, that kind of reminds me of, sometimes my husband will tease me when we're outside, because I'll sometimes be like, hey, there's an angmo, and in Singapore, if you're not familiar, angmo means Westerner, although it can be an iffy term depending on if the person likes it or not. I don't mind it. But, like, I'll just say, hey, there's angmo, and I kind of like seeing other Westerners around, because I feel like less noticeable. But then he's always like, so go make friends. And I'm like, hell no. Oh my god, my cat just scared the crap out of me. Oh, my cat just jumped out next to me and I did not expect it. But yeah, it's kind of the same with artists. I probably wouldn't like walk up to anybody and try to make friends. Like, no way, I'm too afraid. I'm always telling him, like, just because we both have white skin doesn't mean we're instantly friends, okay? Yeah, I would die before I finished it. Yeah, me too. Okay, so far I'm liking this blend. But I keep talking about embarrassing subjects, so I'm shaking a little bit now, so I gotta stop. Calm down so I don't mess up my lines. I do like how this is turning out though, which is good. And this color is just light enough that it's also kind of pushing the other colors out of the way, which is actually working out for this blend, which is really, really nice. If anyone's curious, I'm using BV31, BV23, and BV25 for this blend. Do you ever worry about the background when you're doing the main subject? Yes. Yes, constantly, yes. Sometimes I just do it first just to get it out of the way. And then like if I'm, go in the lines, I can just try to erase it or something. But yeah, constantly. And I usually just like be like, background's just gonna be a color. That's what I think I'm gonna do with this one. I'm either just gonna color it or just leave it blank. Because I was trying not to make these too difficult so that they wouldn't take too long. Definitely bit off more than I can chew with the second one though. The second one I did a lot. The rest and the ones the ones that I've already sketched are pretty backgroundless, just because I was like, you can't sustainably keep drawing corals all Mermay. Takes too long. I've seen some people though, they will like cut out the character and then paste it onto a different paper with the background, which is one way to do it. I used to just like line it one more time around the edges to make sure it's kind of more solid, and then just get it into Photoshop and add a background there. That was my cheat. It never looked great, but it was my cheat of not wanting to do a background. Backgrounds are hard. Some of these tentacles, I know that I drew them the wrong way, but I kind of left them as that. I can always improve on it another time. Oh, oh no, I shouldn't have mentioned it. Darn it. There you go, people. Don't mention your mistakes, people won't notice them. Actually, I'm terrible doing that. I know I shouldn't, but sometimes, like, I just have to say it. I don't know. It's like I have to say it just in case some jerk pops in and is like, did you notice that you made the mistake? And I'm like, yeah, of course I noticed. I think for this hidden tentacle, just go darker. Yeah, happy accidents, yes. It's always a good motto to go by. I know. Are you okay? The edges look bad, but hopefully I can smooth that out. I'll wait till I can fix that later. Some jerk, yeah. You know what I mean. There's always some jerk, right? That's YouTube for you. Home of the some jerks. I'm thinking I might go with purple and black for her hair. And I'm thinking about doing stripes in her hair. Yeah, and the internet in general. So true. My cat is now sniffing my table, making me anxious. Sometimes I know she's gonna do something. I just know it. Don't do it. Don't do it, cat. If I dared move the camera, I'd show you guys right now. I think she's stalking my marker as I apply it to the paper. She thinks it's something she can bat. Yeah, don't do it, Bailey. Don't do it. Well, you'll know if she does it if you hear something crash, because I feel like if she tries to lunge for my marker, she's gonna knock over the basket that knocked over her last time. At least she's getting her entertainment for the day. Okay. She's a good cat though. She sometimes stalks my feet too, but she never attacks. Although sometimes she fake attacks, like she'll start to attack and then she just turns really quickly at the last second. Oh good, she sat down, guys. The danger is past. This part's quite tedious, but you gotta do it. I think I'll take a stretch. Maybe. While I stretch, maybe we should open these. Oh, I should give my wrist a break. Oh yeah, so remember those homemade watercolors Juicy Ink talked about? I ordered a set. It's the spring scent. Ooh, that sounds really cool. You have to let me know how they work out in person. So So if you missed the beginning, I was showing that I bought these at Dojinma. They were total impulse buys because wow, I just saw myself playing with the scissors. Don't play with the scissors, people. It was an impulse buy because, like, one, this is a really pretty purple, and they claim that this pencil doesn't break. So I'm like, all right, I'm willing to try that. Oh, I might not need scissors. Oh, I don't need scissors. Nice. And then this one is like, I think it's the same as the pencil pocket brush, but I got the purplish one. And I know that I don't really like brush pens, but I mean, it was purple, okay? And it was at an event, and I got it anyway. So yeah, I have a problem. An art supply problem. but, ooh. But I'm okay with it. That was good. Good job, me. Standard stuff. Guess I'll have to put this somewhere. At least I think these are the same as the pocket brush because they have the cartridges like I've seen people talk about. I mean, come on, I couldn't say no to this mechanical pencil. It's the perfect purple. They also had a green one. Like an aqua one that was really nice looking. It does seem pretty sturdy. It does seem like it's not going to break. Nice. Although this sticker is kind of annoying. I'll try to remove that later. And this one, it looks kind of silverish, but it also looks kind of purple. Oh, is there no cartridge in here? Oh, so they give you one cartridge and one to use. I hope these don't dry up with long periods of not use, because it might have long periods of not using them. Just because kind of terrible when it comes to brush pens. Because I just have to wait for that to soak up. The only other brush pen I've used is just, I took a Pentel Aquash that was like $4 and something at Art Friend, and I filled it with some India ink. Hope it still works. Yeah, it still works. I hope I installed that right. It's still white. We'll come to that later. Yeah, it's kind of hard to mess up the installation, so I think I did it right. Oh, my cute pink purple pencil looks so great with my cup. My pencil cup. This is what I mean, by the way. Pencil cup. So cute. Although I honestly use graphite pencils more than like, you know, like regular pencils more than mechanical these days, but still, you know, it is purple. Okay, back to this. I wonder if I should do purple and pink hair or black and pink hair or black and purple hair, because I could incorporate some of this pink into her hair maybe, or maybe that would be overkill. Something to think on. I really like this blending combination, but the problem is the E31 is so light that it sometimes pushes the color a little too much. Should probably just let it dry more in between. Hi Bardic, how are you today? Are you at your booth again? Oh, you're home today, that's good. Really liking how this is looking so far. Love Octamates. Oh, Octamates! I never thought they called that. That's so cute. Oh my god, so I'm gonna hashtag that when I post this. Octamates. Thank you so much, by the way. So far, it's turning out pretty good. And thanks for coming and chatting with us. If I get through any more of my, like, I'm kind of hoping to get through my sketch pile, my line art pile, I should call it, and do new stuff on these live streams soon. I want to explore more different types of fishes and turn them into mermaids. That's the goal. Guys, my cat is on the prowl for getting into trouble. I can just feel it. She keeps walking around me. I see her out of the corner of my eye. You're very welcome. I enjoy watching you work. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so happy you're here. I love the pinup pose you gave her. Oh, thank you. I'm doing different types of fish for every day this month. Just sketches, but it's been so fun. Oh, that's awesome. I was saying earlier that I kind of wish I had kind of planned the Mermay like in advance, like more structured. As soon as I did this one, I was like, oh, I should explore more different types of fishes, but I was just like, nah, just get something, you know, anything, just to do something, because I was still trying to do the daily video, and I didn't want to overthink it, but I think it would be fun to structure it again, maybe next year. Like I've seen some people do like different, like certain colors, and then certain types of fishes, and who was it? Somebody was doing like gemstone related mermaids. It's kind of nice. I have these little containers of full pieces of paper, and then one is types of fish, another is an attribute or descriptor, and the other is a prop or add-on. That is awesome. That probably makes some really interesting combinations. Have you posted your mermaids yet? I'm sure I'm following you somewhere, right? I gotta make sure at the end of this stream. I want to see. On Instagram. Okay, I'll make sure. I'll have to make sure that I'm following you. Oh, don't you hate when you accidentally graze the nib with the side of the cap? Actually, that's a pretty nice impression of the nib. I have to clean my markers later. Wait, oh, there it is. Get rid of these scissors. I don't need them anymore. That refill can go in there. I really like this one, but man, I did not realize the tentacles would take so long. I'm also hoping to do some watercolor streams before the end of Mermay, but all of the sketches I've done so far are on marker paper, so I have to do all those first. They do not take water. This paper doesn't take water like at all. It just pills up. Actually, it kind of bubbles. It's kind of terrible. With the first drawing I did for Mermay, I wanted to, remember I did the blue background, I wanted to kind of fade it out more. So I ended up putting gouache, but I had to put gouache that was kind of had a very little water count so that the paper could kind of take it. But I like how it turned out. It only warped the paper a little bit, it didn't bubble too badly. So that was good. They may take long, but they look good. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. They take a while, but they're worth the effort. Time for some shifting. Sorry, it's going to be upside down for a while. Got to get that angle. Oh, thank you, Karina. That's so sweet. I hope that it's fun. If you guys want me to talk about anything, just let me know. Hope it's not too boring. Usually when I'm just doing artwork on my own, I'll just be listening to music or like watching, well, listening to either YouTube videos or Netflix. Getting harder to find movies that are like I haven't seen or that I don't hate these days on Netflix. I feel like I've seen them all. Although sometimes I don't mind watching an old movie again. It's always good. Thank you, Brittany. I'm glad I'm not boring. Today I was watching the, I think it was The Confessions of a Shopaholic. I think that was the name of it. I haven't seen that movie in a really long time, and I did not like it last time I saw it. This time I feel like I could understand it a little bit better, but it still wasn't like my favorite movie. Oh, thank you, Barney. You guys are so sweet. Oh, Karina, you're so sweet too. I tend to watch movies like romantic comedies or kids movies. I have a very innocent viewing habit when it comes to movies and shows. It's funny because I really like gothic things, like gothic fashion and movies like Underworld. Like Underworld's my favorite movie, but I don't like horror, which some people don't seem to understand, and I don't like disturbing things either when it comes to watching shows. Like, I really am like a little kid. Like, really innocent shows. Oh, I'm not alone? That's great. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, why did I say that? And now I'm really embarrassed. This shopaholic, I get it, because those things art supplies and hoodie and sweaters. Yeah, me with art supplies too. I try to only buy when we actually have money, but still. I have the wants for a lot of art supplies. I've been stopping myself from like buying acrylics and oils recently. Because I'm like, nah. I really should master the stuff that I already have. And it seems like going into oils and acrylics would just take a lot of capital, because it's like I'd have to buy canvases and new brushes, and I probably won't even like it. One day though. One day I definitely want to try. Oil is scary. Yeah, it seems like it. It also seems really interesting though, because I've heard people say like you like build up layers. I'm like, I might like that. But the drying time, I don't know. I ordered from Dick Blick recently for the first time. And I think I had a sample kit of some Gamblin oils and some Holbein dual aqua oils. And I also had like a set of golden acrylic kind of starter set in my cart. I kept adding it and taking it out, adding it and taking it out over and over again. I had the chance to learn oils in one of my classes in university, but the professor started getting into all the possible health risks and stuff and scared me out of trying it. No! That's the other thing. The other thing I was like not sure about oils is like I get migraines, and they can be quite bad. Like I got one over the weekend, so I wasn't able to stream during the weekend. But I was really worried, like what if the smell of oils gives me a migraine? Not sure if they do smell, to be honest, but I assume they do because people seem to talk about that a lot. And then I've heard that you should get the odorless mineral spirits, which I actually bought some. But then somebody else was saying, like, if you get the odorless ones, you don't know if there's something hazardous in the air because you can't smell it. And I'm like, oh my god. It's like, we're easily scared away. Oh, thank you, Bardic. I'm glad I'm feeling better today, too. Yeah, I think it was just the overexcitement of going out. These, I like the texture. It's kind of uneven. But I don't like the texture here. I want to smooth that out a bit. Trying to create a delicate shadow here without overwriting the pink too much. That seems to work. It's weird, I'm seeing some spots here that look kind of funny. I wonder if the paper is a little worn there. That's a little worrying. Yeah, maybe the paper got a little worn right here. I can always smooth that out on Photoshop later. Yeah, sometimes there's nothing you can do unless you put like a belt or something, but I don't think it's too obvious, so it should be fine. Just add a bit more shading where the tentacles overlap. Oops. That is definitely the wrong cap. Okay. Yeah, I do that a lot. I'm glad I'm not the only one who does it. I have lost markers that way because I thought I have 2 of one marker and 0 of the other, but actually it's just both of the caps that are facing me are one color. I've got to go. Have a blessed day. Oh, thank you so much, Brittany. Thanks for coming out. Have a good day. Or night, wherever you are. I'm just hoping the shadows are strong enough to come across. Kind of all looks the same. I could add a few shadows really dark. Hopefully they won't get too dark. That's a little better, a little more defined. Wrong side. I always uncap the wrong side. That makes the shadows look better. Just more work, but you know, it's always good to build it up than to just charge in and regret. Looked like there might be a bit of buffering just now. Hopefully everything's okay. Ooh, it looks like it's buffering a lot. That was one of the problems I seemed to have when I tried to figure out how to stream non-mobilely, was the connection just had a problem, which is weird because my goodness, I'm the only one who didn't know the term octomade. I learned something new. And I can see like it looks really choppy. But I'm not really sure if there's anything I can do. No, I don't think it's your side cookie because I see it on my iPad. It's great. They're also known as this one's really pretty. It was low battery on my iPhone. So hopefully it'll be nice and good now once it reconnects. Come on, reconnect. There, is it back up? Is that better? Getting better? Should be better. Yeah, apparently, now we know for the future, when it gets choppy, it means my phone has low battery. Yeah. Interesting, huh? So that's the iPhone way of alerting you. At least it's an easy fix. Oh, you're late, Karina. I already figured that out, but maybe the messages came in. Yeah, it was low battery. I have it plugged into charge now, and it's fine now, hopefully, I think. Looks clear. Looks clear from here. I never think that. I always think, okay, there's nothing I can do except turn off the stream and start it. So that's like, alright, I better do something. And it just had low battery. I guess that's the low battery mode when it starts getting choppy. Oh no, I forgot to blend this one back out. Sometimes I over blend things and then like I lose some of the raw definition like heavy shadow can bring in. Shadows cross in so many areas. I may need to bring in black, but I'm kind of ready for it. I have black sitting here because this area is not dark anymore. So far I've just been using the BVs, no black. This one's almost black though, BV29. That's like really close to black. Alright. I think I shouldn't fuss too much more or I will lose my sanity. Because I'll be keeping going over the same areas over and over again. And I'm sure this part is a bit boring. But you guys are awesome. You won't say that, so that's sweet. I appreciate that. What if I should bring any of the color up here a bit? It might look a little funny if I did though. Like I'd put it here and then it'd be a weird point. Maybe a little bit here. Just a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, you guys are so nice. Okay. I should do the hair now. Just thinking about exactly how to go about it. I guess I could just go for it. And if it doesn't look very good, I could just fill it in with black. Because black would be pretty cute too for her hair. But I'm also thinking about doing half purple, half pink. But I was also thinking about doing stripes. Like maybe purple and then filling in black stripes. Which always looks really cool. I don't want pink and purple stripes. That would be not what I'm looking for. Thinking it over. Oh, hi Heather! Alright, so black and purple, you both are saying the same thing. Alright, we're gonna do that. That's what I was initially thinking. So we should just do it. So I'm thinking about using this more vibrant purple. It's different from the purple I used for the base. But it's still kind of in the same tone-ish. Well, I mean, technically the base is more gray. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. We'll just do it. Oh, this is one of the ones that I put the new nibs in, the fine point nibs. I forgot about that. Actually, that would be really useful right now. Go over the small bits. And switching to the brush. Oh, there's that yappy dog again. This marker might be a little dry. But I know for sure I have a refill, so that's good. Oh, the other day, like after I went to Dojinma, we went to Tokyo Hands, and then I think we went out to eat, and then we went to Art Friend at Brasbasha, and I just picked up a few refills because I showed that at the beginning of the stream. But it was like it was so bad because the prices have increased so much. I think it was just 2 refills and some nibs, some Copic nibs, and the price was like $40, and I was just like, no. The worst part is I know I'm going to use Copics for these mermaids, and I know I'm going to find more that need refills. Just like, oh, my finances. Yeah, I really like that color for the hair. It's really pretty. This is like my favorite. The V25 is like my favorite purple. It's just perfect. I think it's not as bad for like the price. The price is a little bit more for the refill for as 1 marker. I'm sure I have a receipt here. Right? Let me get the receipt. I think it's like $8 now. Yeah, $8.01 is the member price. I think the regular price is $8.90 for a refill. So, oh, it's so expensive now. Yeah, at least you get a lot for, like, you can refill a lot. For what Copics, I have the purple line is what I have the most of. Yeah, the purples are great. I love the purples. I got kind of obsessed while I was still living in America to buy the E's though. I don't know why. I just kind of told myself I'm going to own all the E's. I think that's the most I have. They actually fill up 2 trays. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. Apparently the price hike is global. A lot of people have been replying to my video saying, oh, in this country the price has gone up too. And I was just like, no, I was hoping it was just Singapore. But at the same time, like, Misery likes company, so, you know. Thanks so much, Adam. By the way, I seem to have gotten marker on my finger. So that's what you're seeing if you see that suddenly. Alright, so that's filled in. So maybe I should shade it, and then I can put the lines. I haven't really noticed. It's been a while since I've had the money to buy any at all. Yeah. I kind of, every time I go to the art store, I go right there, so I noticed right away. I have purple Prismacolor Cool Erase. I've been liking sketching in purple. Yeah, sketching in purple is really, I had the, I think it was the lavender one. And I was using that a lot. It's quite fun, especially since purple is my favorite color. So I also really like the purple. These lines were done with the, what are they called? The Lavender Copic Multiliner. I would say they're my favorite colored multiliners because I mean purple. I love purple. But my actual favorite is probably the cool gray, followed by the black, followed by the purple. I have a whole bunch of cool erasers, but I don't use them as often. I don't know why. They're kind of fun to use, though. Alright, so I want to shade this. Better pick another color to shade with. So V25. Actually, V17 would probably shade that really well. I could use one of the colors from her tail, but it might be a little too grayed. I think I'll just go with V17. Hopefully that works out as I'm hoping it will. I keep meaning to try colored pencil sketching. I only have the Prismacolor Premier though. I don't have any of the Cool Erase or anything like that. Wasn't sure if they'd work as well. I think it would work, but the Premiers are more waxy, so you might have a problem there. Like, depends on what you're going to do with the sketch. But yeah, they're really waxy, so I think they'd cause a lot of trouble, not just erasing, but also like if you're putting other material over top and just being kind of shiny. I've heard the very thin ones are pretty much the same as the Cool Erase, which I wish I'd heard before because I already had a set of the very thin ones for a long time. So seems like it would have been better to just use those instead of go out and buy the Cool Erase. The only difference seems to be they have an eraser on the end. But that's what I've heard. I don't know. It seems like they're slightly different in person. Like, I feel like they're slightly different. See, these are the Cool Erase and the very thins. They have the same shape. Yeah. I've heard that they even sell some very thins with the eraser on the end. I think it was Miss Curie J talks about buying those. Yeah, I think I got that name right. Because these are just like, they just don't seem to have much wax in them compared to the Premiers. My brain's not working suddenly. They do feel slightly different though. I feel like the very thins feel better. They like lay down better, and these feel like slightly harder. Could be the color difference, but yeah. I got the very thins a long time ago because they were just cheap, and I wasn't happy with the Premiers when I first switched to them from my student grade ones, and I really kind of wish I knew what my student grade ones were, because I think I threw them out when I was a kid, because I'm like, I'm going to be a professional. I'm going to buy the high grade stuff. And then I hated it, and I wanted my student grade stuff back. They were give you one a soft lit for one of the later colors. Yeah. They do have a nice soft, then they seem to like smear easier too. I see people use color pencils and then they do the Copics or watercolor over them and then ink at the end. Yeah, like for the lines, I've seen that too. I always kind of wonder though, because like, I don't know if it's the same for, maybe the very thins and like the Cool Erase are not as bad, but if you went over the Premiers with a Copic, it would like eat up, like it would be blended, you know, like the Copic ink would dissolve it a bit, and then it gets on your nib, and like that's not good for your nib. But some people don't seem to be bothered by that. Oh, you smudged, yeah. Like I even, for a while I was using I used the chisel side of the colorless blender to blend colored pencil. Yeah, that's the word. Wow, my brain is not working. And that worked pretty well, but it always made me worry about the nib. I always like scrubbed it off really quickly, see if it can survive. But it's the chisel side, and I don't use that as much, so I didn't mind. But I do think I kind of ruined the chisel side doing that, because it's got like this weird, I don't know how to describe it. It's just kind of like the tip is kind of mashed down. That's why I was asking the other day if anybody uses Chow's. Can you replace the nibs? Plus, somehow I managed to kind of make the brush nib on this super floppy. Kind of annoying. Yeah, maybe the harder pencils have less wax, so it's not as big of a problem. Oh, Looks like we're buffering again. Is everything okay on your ends? It's harder to get the individual very thin colors. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I'm really wondering if it's possible to change the nib on the chow, but I kind of worry that it might be like glued in there, and I'll just end up ruining it by changing it. Some people were saying it can be done, and one other person said that they did kind of ruin their nib by doing it. So I was like, oh, that's what I want to avoid. I mean, technically, like, last time they were saying that you can't change the nibs or refill the chows, which is bullshit, frankly, because you can totally refill them. But nowadays, you also see, like, the medium broads are listed for Copic sketch and chow, but they don't list that for the super brush, which I find really strange. Like, it's the same brush, I'm sure, that's in the chows. I gave it a big tug and it doesn't want to go anywhere. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because this is already a replacement, this colorless blender. I don't want to ruin it. I just changed my chow nibs. Oh, okay, so it can be done. Yeah. You had to tug real hard though. Okay. I don't know, someone seemed to say, like, make it sound like, you can, like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't go back in. But I also want to say that's probably bull. They just want people to keep buying the cheaper ones. Oh, okay, so it does work for you, Bartek. That one was just being stubborn. It would be better with their nib remover or pliers. But the old nib would be ruined. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay, because, like, for me, the old nib is already kind of ruined. Okay, good to know, because I have the nibs. I can just replace it. I'm listening to Spotify right now and they're playing an ad. It's so funny. It's just funny to me because, like, in my one ear I'm hearing an ad. It's weird. I think if I remember correctly, I think those would be the ones you need the pliers for. Oh, okay. I always wondered because, like, I just thought the pliers were such a rip-off. Like, my fingers work. But maybe that's just for the sketch. Just like, you know, they have a tool that they sell for the SP pens to pull off the nibs for those. As soon as I saw it, I ended up selling it because I'm just like, this is a ripoff. Come on, guys. They don't take as much to go in. Okay. Good. Today I've learned more things. I originally bought a Copic sketch colorless blender, but I never used it for the longest time because I didn't really understand how to use the colorless blenders. I only picked that up from YouTube. Like, before that, I've just heard people say, oh, it doesn't really work, and never really used it, but I use it a lot. But I had a blank marker for the longest time, and I had the colorless blender, and for some reason I decided to fill the blank marker in, put some ink in it, and I grabbed the wrong one and I filled the colorless blender with a bunch of ink, therefore ruining it. It became green, and I ended up buying the Copic Chow as a replacement because I didn't want to spend another, I think it was like $6 at the time, for something I'd messed up. So I don't want to mess up this one because I'm already messed up too. Yeah, it was a very bad moment. I've actually tried to clean it since, which is why I bought the nibs, because I was hoping to reuse it, but it was pretty much G26 and I just kept using it and using it, but I thought I'd cleaned it and it's still green after about a week of sitting with colorless blender in it. So I don't know if it'll ever be good again or if it'll always be a bit green. It's too bad. This is already a replacement nib too, but it was white at first, and then after a week of sitting it became green. And I need to install a replacement of the top nib. But I still see green in there, so I guess that's maybe never gonna go away. It's a pretty nice color though, I mean, very light. So, always be careful. Never refill your colorless blender. Don't do what I did. One of those moments you wish you could take back, but you never can. Should I leave that? Yeah, why not? It'll be covered by the stripes anyway. Okay, eye color. I haven't used the pink anywhere else, so I could use the pink for her eyes, but that might be a little weird. Or I could go for purple for her eyes. I do need to add some pink to her lips, though. Yeah, it's so nerve-wracking. I'm always checking now too. Like, I will take off the caps and I'll double check, and then I read the barrel and double check. I just keep checking over and over again just in case. But it's hard because like the colorless blender and the empty marker are the same, except for, you know, the cap has a 0 on the colorless blender one. Always check the cap though. Ooh, blend that out, blend that out, blend that out. Alright. Dark pink for the eyes or black for the eyes? Maybe pink. Yep, pink was a good choice. Getting a little bit more body blushing. Bailey, behave please. My cat is like looking like she wants to attack the workers again. Okay. Just using some purple to put in like a pupil. Which I'll refine later. So now I just pretty much have to refine this and maybe put like a background of some sort. I kind of want to just put a texture. Seems kind of boring if it's just white. But I'm not sure what color. And she's under the sea. It could be blue or green. Or even like a dark muddy color. Or I could just go for gray. That might work too. But I do have a lot of gray, so I'm not sure. I don't know, horrible backgrounds. Yep, me too. Yep. Backgrounds are really tough. Really, really tough. I might just leave it here because I think I need to make some decisions. Like, I'm not even confident about the black in her hair yet. Kind of want to think it over, see where I want to place the stripes. So I might leave it here for tonight and then come back at this tomorrow. And then tomorrow, hopefully, as long as everything goes okay, I'll be starting another drawing too. And if you want to preview, I think this is day 4. This one was day 4. So that's what we'll be working on next, whenever I stream next, hopefully tomorrow. This one will be easier because like the colors like don't really matter. I could just be generic mermaid, you know. So, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out and chatting with me and just watching. I really, really appreciate it. Every time you guys come online, I appreciate it so much. You're all so sweet, and you always make this such a great experience. Oh, thank you. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description below if you want to see the mermaids when I post them up finished. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. All right, I'm going to turn off Gonna get up, move the camera closer so you get your screen up close, and then I'll turn off the stream. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for being awesome. Here's a close-up. You can see what we've been working on so far. Thank you so much. Bye guys. I shall see you next time.